Welcome back to the channel. This being the fourth shower video in the bathroom remodel series. So before you install your backer board, get a hold of a straight edge and run it across all the front edges of your wall studs and make sure it's all plumb. You don't want anything sticking out, would create a ridge in your tiling. This side seems pretty good. This side, however, appears to have about 1/4 of an inch high spot on that middle stud, and I don't want to leave that. Down low it's not too bad, but the further you get up, you can see that rock's pretty good on that middle stud. So what I'm going to do is going to shave that off and make it plumb with the other two sides with my electric hand planer. These power hand planers are a real handy tool to have. This happens to be a Porter cable. The dust collector, you can put it on either side and switch it to the side you need it on. I just set it to the depth I needed. It only took me one pass to get that all plumbed up over there. As you just saw, I was power planing down the high spots in the studs. And that was before I added this extra 2x4 that was filling the gap that was a little too wide. After being as careful as I could to select a real straight 2x4 and get it installed as to not have anything sticking out, it actually did probably stick out 1/8 of an inch further than the existing ones that I'd already planed down. So what I did, I think I found the perfect solution. I looked around and I found on Amazon this roll 100 foot long. It's 1/16 of an inch thick furring strip. It's made from felt, so you don't have to worry about water moisture. Here's what they call it on Amazon: Fortifiber rolled furring felt strips, 1 5/8 inch wide by 100 foot long. Like I said, it's $15. And it's going to be plenty to fur out everything plumb in the shower. You can use it in combination with planing down the high spots, or you could probably just use the felt strips by themselves without doing any planing if you'd rather do it that way. A couple things I really like about this roll of felt. For one thing, it's felt and not cardboard. I did see some furring strips that are more or less made of cardboard, and I didn't like the ability to absorb moisture. So these are made of felt, and they're 1/16 of an inch thick, so you can double them up as needed, or just use one layer if that's all you need. On the left side over here, I doubled it up because that stud on the right side of the one that I put the felt on was actually probably about 1/8 of an inch sticking out further than the one on the left, so that worked out fine to double it up, so you can double them up. And I just used my staple gun to staple it to the wall. Another potential problem that these furring strips eliminate for this type of installation, when we ordered the shower base and specified the dimensions, you're supposed to end up with 1/8 of an inch gap between the studs and the side wall of the shower base. Which ends up getting covered up with tile along with the backer board. Backer board is going to be 1/2 inch thick, and the side wall is 1/2 inch thick. So if you end up with too much of a gap, you're going to end up with problems when you're installing your tile with lippage. So this is going to get it closer to being the acceptable gap. So what I'll do is end up feathering these strips out, so you don't start with 1/8 of an inch in one spot. I'll start with 1/16 of an inch and then come down to where I need to get thicker, and go ahead and start my second strip at that point, so you have 1/8 of an inch, but it's all feathered out so it's not noticeable. So in the end, real happy with how this wall came out. Above this furring strip, I didn't need any. That was the correct height to match the furring strips on the other one. This stud was where it needed to be. So no rocking at all. real happy with how that turned out. We should have no problem getting our tile completely level. So I'll go ahead and get the rest of the walls done, and we'll get ready to install the GoBoard Backer Board. Okay, I got the rest of the shimming done. Actually, I'm pretty fortunate. These walls were pretty straight. I didn't have to do a whole lot. In the middle wall back there, I just put one layer, 1/16 of an inch. I doubled up over on the left side, on the edge on the near side there, and then over on the right side. Did the same thing. I got 1/8 of an inch on the outside layer on the right side out there, and a 1/16 of an inch, a couple spots that were needed. So like I mentioned, I was pretty fortunate. All I had to do was a little bit of planing and a little bit of shimming. These walls, being a smaller shower also, these walls were pretty straight, and I didn't have to do a whole lot. If your project is different, with walls being a lot more out of plumb, especially if it's an older house, there's a lot of different methods you can do. There's wet shimming. You can also sister studs right into place for more difficult situations. So yeah, take a look online. There's a lot of videos showing different methods on getting walls that are more out of plumb back in line. So that'll do it for this video on plumbing the walls for the shower to get ready for the installation of the backer board and tile in future videos. I've been doing these segments, shorter videos, so be sure to go back and look at the progress of the bathroom remodel. It's all under playlist bathroom remodel in the DIY Boomers channel. So thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.